welcome, I'm Raziel, and so Mantic have announced that they are releasing new models for the Forces of the Abyss. The Forces of the Abyss are really cool looking minis, and they're kind of like the demons of hell. And really spooky, really vicious, and really nasty. So I'm going to just play this trailer, and then we're going to talk about that afterwards, and then we're going to look at the models, which all seem really cool. So that's the trailer. I think it's quite cool actually because it shows off all the models. They look really nice. First, you have the Lord of Lies. Greatest of the Archfiends is the so-called Lord of Lies, who has risen to prominence by his deviousness. Just is his cunning, but it is said the Lord of Lies is an avatar of Ascan himself, meaning the Father of Lies, to escape the eternal dark and experience conquest in the mortal realm for a limited time at least. And that's not saying he's a limited model, it's just part of his story. And as you can see, he's a big boy, isn't he? This is your usual size model. 28mm to 32mm, hero size. So you can kind of get, yeah, he is a big boy. I really like him. I like how his eyebrows go into his horns, and how the fur looks like rock at the same time. This is a really interesting sculpt here. I think it looks really nice because, like I said, it's like mixing rock and fur together to make this single model. Really nice. It's got a nice bit of detail here, and he looks really cool. Like, this looks like a vicious demon, and again, it's got that Mantic charm where he looks like a cartoon bad guy from the 80s and 90s. The extra muscles, that goofy looking face. I think it looks just so cool. It really is nice, and I think he looks amazing. Really good model. Then you have the Abyssal Nagari, basically demon snakes, demon medusae, I don't know, and okay, an unholy blend of demon and snake, whose plot for scheme and dominance it is thought that they were archfiends themselves before falling to some dark curse. Now they also have nothing to restore themselves to power. Again, these look really cool, and I do like these. It's something I really do like about Mantic, is this cool looking, and it reminds me, really does, it reminds me of the 80s and 90s comics and cartoons, when you would watch those and read those, and it has a really nice aesthetic to them, and all the heads are really cool and different. I think this one's my favourite. It's just so funny and goofy, and he's quite cool. I don't know, it's those two are my favourite. Too much of a mask is hiding his face, but he looks really happy and he looks really sneaky. I think they look really nice, and their axes and their weapons look absolutely nasty. Just really nice looking models. And this is the sprue. I actually quite like this because this is an interesting take on sprues, because as you can see, they're minimizing the amount of plastic they use in a sprue by using the whole sprue, but basically you can see these gaps here and here, which is kind of cool, and the fact they're out in plastic is really nice. And I do like Mantic plastic. I find it really fun and easy to work with. It's one of my favorites when it comes to plastic. I know this is going to be a horrid take, but yeah, I think it's actually better than Games Workshop plastic. And so we have the Abyssal Berserkers, so just really nasty things. And again, they look really cool. Again, you've got that goofy look to them as well, and they look like they're a lot of fun to build and paint. These do look like they'll be a lot of fun. I love this guy's weapon here, that sort of double-handed sword there. It looks really nice. Again, nice goofy looking heads. It looks like minions, not the little yellow things, but demonic minions, and they look like it kind of reminded me of the ones in the darkness with their smiles and grins, and they look like they're having a lot of fun. And once again, you can see they're trying to minimise as much plastic as possible as well. Again, nice move from Mantic, kind of eco-friendly. I don't know why they're doing it, maybe to save money, but you know, pretty cool. And you get 6 in the base. You get 6, so that's not too bad. Because obviously they're going to be quite large models. Now this is cool. This is the Forces of Abyss Hero Pack. I really love this model. This is one of my favourite models Mantic produces, and it's one of the reasons I would do Forces of Abyss. She looks amazing. It's a lovely model. Again, all really cool models, nice and characterful, and just something I've really enjoyed Mantic, and they do really well. And it's, you know, it's just something cool to see. But they're taking the game seriously, obviously, and they're taking the lore seriously. But they sometimes show this nice, light-hearted look to it. This looks like an evil character, you know, evil female character from, I don't know, I was going to say He-Man there, but I can't think of any others at the moment, you know. And he looks so cool. He's like chilling out on there, just telling his monster what to do. Yeah, really nice looking models. He does. They do some really nice looking models. This is the Mega Army, which is really cool because you've got this big boy here as well, and some little tiny imps here. And you get this boy, which is this one. Again, it looks cool. It looks really nice. This is just me showing off. I'm going to talk about this fully later in next week. But yeah, it looks really cool. I love that big boy. Contains, there it goes. That's probably the Abyssal Cronius, because that's basically the big. And oh my! I just realised that the Nagari are really big. All of these are quite large models. That's kind of cool. If you like big models to sort of dominate the field, that's going to be really nice. This is the smaller army, which has one of my favourite characters in it. You've got the Berserkers, the normal boys and girls there, and some other dudes. And you've got my favourite little leader there, some more imps. I'm calling them imps, by the way. You don't have to. Only because they look like the ones from Oblivion. Yeah, you got the Succubi as well. That's these ones here, by the way. Again, some really nice models and really nice sets. I like the fact they do these sets, and like the Ambush Starter set, this would be a really good set if you're just getting into Kings of War. This is all you need to learn the rules, play the game. It's a nice little game, and it just teaches you how to play it quite quickly. And you've got the Clash of Kings 2025 edition. Now, it's got all the balance tweaks and everything else in it, which of course is fine, but a lot of the new rules will be in the next rule book as well. So, and they'll be on the Mantic companion. So, it's not a necessity must-buy book, but I think it's got some lore in there as well, and some other. Like if you don't want to keep going there, you know, online to stuff, you've got the book to buy. But like I said, it's going to be free for your army anyway. Command dice, free start collecting. There you go. That is it. And I've got to say, this is kind of really cool. I love these new models. They're definitely doing a lot better sculpts now. They're looking a lot better. As you can see, these are the old models, and you compare them to the new models, they look so much better. They're getting a real nice detail there. They're getting really cool looking models. And yeah, I think they're really shaping up with their minis. And if you want to save money on your wargaming, including Mantic Kings of War, there is Wayland Games down below. Up to 20% off wargaming and free delivery after £20. There is also Forbidden Planet for comics, mangas, all that cool geeky stuff. As always, there's my merchandise for t-shirts, cups, bags, all the stuff that I designed myself. And there's my comics, which I wrote and drew. Skyforge, never forget Skyforge, good friend of mine. And finally, Patreon, because business. Bye bye.